Hello and welcome back again to Mongochatter, skateboarding podcast, video zine type thing. This is episode 29 right here, and we got John Mcparland and Cody Valliant. Johnny and I met up with Cody before Baby Dave's birthday party at Nowhere Fast, and we got into some conversation in Cody's tripped out van that is called Gaia. He's driven it all over the country, and it's livable, and it is quite a tribute to freedom and Stoke. And so here is Mongochatter episode 29 with John Mcparland and Cody Valliant of High Water Skateboards fame. Check it out.
Something special you got going on here, dude.
Thanks, man. You want to close that door?
Yeah.
Just slam it.
Yeah, so blah, 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 blah. All right, here we are again, Mongochatter skateboarding podcast, video zine type thing, episode number 29 right here. And today I'm with John Mcparland, and we're in a very special place that is Cody Valliant's van. Does this baby got a name?
Yeah, Gaia.
Gaia?
Yep. It's the name for Earth. But I wanted to create a space that was like the outdoors inside. It was, so I think I...
Okay, well the screen really helps that for sure.
Yeah, I think you achieved that goal.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, very well done, dude. Very well done. I'm noticing this Alan Watts quote here. I haven't read it, but it's resonating inherently.
Everyone loves Alan Watts, right?
Yeah. I often listen to Alan Watts when I go to sleep if I have anxiety. I put it on at night and just...
You listen to it and you're just like immediately like, oh, this is so peaceful and his voice is so calming.
It's all become clear that there is no puzzle about this universe. What makes you think there are puzzles about this universe?
I gotta get on that.
Yeah, Alan Watts is sick. How you doing today, Johnny?
Doing good. I'm doing good, Hanks.
Hell yeah. So we've been talking about doing this for a while, and then Cody and I were talking about it, and now here we are. We're just fucking mashing it up in this van.
Yeah.
How wild is it we're doing an interview together, John?
Dude, it's about damn time. Fucking older brother right here.
Me and this kid wanted to be on the same skate team when we were younger, and it ended up happening.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
How long has that been going on? Or like, was there like a who got on first, or?
Yeah, John got on first.
Yeah.
He was killing it, dude. I wasn't putting out footage at the time, like really like filming anything, so, and I wasn't like, I guess it was weird. I wasn't really going to Boston either, so I didn't really know Ryan and all them. You knew them before I did.
I met them through Wade at Underdog. You know Wade?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know Wade.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's how I know you.
One day, one day he just hit me up. He's like, hey, like there's these guys in Boston. They saw your footage and like, I don't know, they like want you to ride for them. And like for a while I was thinking about it. Like I hadn't met him yet. I was like, yeah, I don't know. Like it's kind of weird. And then I met them and then like saw that like they were fucking serious and like
they were pushing it.
They make some, like I really liked like what they were making and everything, and like their ideas to like they want to keep making videos, and that's like a big part of skating for me.
Yeah.
And then like after that I started telling them like, hey, like, well, my friend's fucking Rip, Cody, then we got Cole, and then we went on a hiatus because of the COVID and everybody got hurt, and now we're here starting to work on something else.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sick.
Ryan talked to me about that, something new in the works.
Cody, when you were traveling, you were traveling kind of recently in this van, right?
Yep.
In this very here van.
All winter. I ended up going like so. So I drove from New Hampshire to Miami in 24 hours.
Dope.
Just ripped it down there, dude. It was ridiculous. But got to Miami, went all down the Keys, went up like the west coast of Florida, like almost into the Panhandle, and then spent like a few months in Naples. And then from Naples went to New Mexico, and then from New Mexico came back home.
Radical.
Yeah.
Did you do any filming or skating or anything like that during these times?
I went out to Florida, so it was weird. It was like the whole high water, like we were supposed to get boards, but with COVID and shit, it got held back, which was nonsense. So before I left for Florida, it ended up being like we couldn't get new boards in time, so I didn't like I had like 3 boards, I think. And I went out to Florida, and I just kind of was filming myself. But
You're skating a bunch of like sick parks though.
Yeah, that's the thing. So I go to a park and I'm just gonna start throwing shit down. Why not? And I ended up breaking my boards. It just happens in life. Like ever since I can remember, I've just always broke boards so fast. And
ever since I met him, he breaks a board almost every session I skate with him.
It sucked when I was younger. Like just like full committing to anything. Like it didn't matter where the board was like going. You were just like, I'm landing on this thing, and it would just I'd break them all the time.
Even if you landed bolts and no flop.
Yeah, dude.
Somehow still break it.
Dude, it was crazy.
I have a stair curse. Like I can't hop.
It was
down a
rails
stair.
too.
Yeah, but like rails, I can like get it a little less when I'm skating a rail. But like if I skate a stair set, like one session, that thing will be broken. Determined.
How tall are you?
6'1".
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
6'1", 6'2" ish.
Damn. Do you break a lot of boards?
Hell no.
No.
Yeah, I used to get really fucking angry and like focus them, but now like I've chilled out a lot. I still throw it, but
Yeah.
I don't break it. But I'd probably broken like 2 boards like just from like skating.
Yeah.
Like it never happens. Fucking thank God. Because I watch him and our friend Moltz, like, dude, I've seen them break so many boards and it's just ridiculous. Like, I can't imagine like having to buy a new board like that many fucking times.
Does it ever go like? I remember when I was a little kid, I kind of wanted to break a board just organically skating.
Me too.
You know, like
and then
it
once
was a
it happened, I
milestone.
was like hyped. I was like, yeah, dude. Like, now I'm a big boy now. Like,
Yeah. But there's probably a certain point where you're just like, it starts to get fucking irritating.
It blows. It's like you're trying to film a trick, your board breaks. You're like, okay, let me now just stop, set another board up. Who knows? Maybe you break that one, then you're like, damn it, I gotta go over the whole process again. It's so tough, dude.
Yeah, or maybe it's like an omen or some
like
shit.
you're breaking other people's boards because
Yeah.
you're like in the moment where it's just like, yo, you're not even used to the trucks, but you're like,
Oh my
all right,
God.
fuck it. Like now I'm used to it all of a sudden.
I've done that a few times, like break my board and then somehow like land the trick on someone else's board. I find that to be I think in my mind when I do a trick that's like that, to me it's that much cooler because I'm just like, that wasn't even my board. Even though it doesn't really matter, it's just like.
But dude, it feels different.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Everybody's board feels so different. It's so weird.
I think it matters too, because like if you ever like in 5 years, if you go back and look at the clip, you'll be like, oh, that was on fucking John's board.
Yeah.
First of all, you know, like it's like this funny little detail about it, you know.
Yeah.
Like that Ipswich EBSCO clip. That was on Duncan's board.
He almost made it here. That fucking Duncan, but he missed. He wasn't able to make a train.
I don't know who
That was
that is.
that was like
Duncan
our trio, dude.
Usually it was me, John, Duncan, and this kid Nick Elliott.
Yeah,
Okay.
Nick was
Our filmer.
fucking man, dude.
Yeah, he was cool.
So how did you guys link up originally? How did you become homies in the first place? With
Contests at Rye.
Okay.
And skating Rye in general.
Yeah, we would see each other a lot there, just skating, and then like in contests we would also see each other, and then I don't fucking remember the day we started talking, but
I think,
once we
yeah,
did, like, dude, I just thought this kid was fucking hilarious.
yeah, right. It was
Fucking
fun.
nut.
And everyone just loved skating, so it was like we would spend from 9 in the morning till like 9 o'clock at night,
Saturdays
Saturday
and
and Sundays at Rye, and it was just there was nothing else. That was it. It was just like,
And we
go
never
through
got
every weekend.
bored.
Yeah, it's hard.
It
It's
was really-
kind of hard. There's a lot of terrain, you know. Like it's
Yeah.
hard to get bored there,
I
really.
think it was just like progression sessions every time. Like,
Dude.
what else can we try now? Like,
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're gonna miss Rye this winter. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah,
You're not gonna be here, huh? You out of
I'll
here
be
again?
here.
You're gonna endure a winter?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not really against it, but I am against it. I hate the winter.
Yeah.
It was nice to be gone all last year, but that's tough. It's tough to do that, and you don't really have a. You're not working. You're just traveling around, so you're just spending your money, and you're not
Sure.
really like. I don't know, unless you're selling art and shit while you're on the road, but that's kind of hard. It's a lot of older people down there, so like I would have like paintings and shit I was doing, and then people would come up to the van thinking like I'm selling something just from the look of it, and they're like, "You got anything to sell?" Like, not really. I mean, I have this painting I did, and I'll show it to them. They're like, "Nice." And just walk away. Like, all right, whatever. If you
You
get
got
like a
any of the
margarita
board? You
machine.
got any of the boards that you painted in here?
Yeah, I have one right next to him.
Yeah.
Let me see that.
Oh yeah, dude. I was actually just here. Show that to the.
Yeah.
I was just looking at this thing online today. Looking.
Thing's sick. With
Yeah.
the mat, like it feels like matte.
So, man, I don't even know where to go with this because this is like. Do you want to talk about
This
this,
is
right
this
now?
is this is Cody. and skateboard.
Funny, yeah, I mean, it's just a moment. It's a moment. I just like, a lot of like my paintings that I truthfully do, I just make like moments in time that I've things I've experienced where it's like I recapture it and try to do the best I possibly can of putting it down on paper or like on a canvas or on a board. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's just something I experienced when I was meditating. I've been like going to the sauna a lot. So you go to the sauna and just sitting there and you're like doing breathing techniques and kind of making vocal tones and things like that, just different pitches.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool, dude. It's like, and you have like light there. So it's this place called Float.
Oh yeah, I've been to Float.
Dude, yeah,
Yeah.
It's so sick.
That place is tight as hell.
So they have like the sauna there. It can do UV light, and you can, or not UV, but I don't know, color therapy light, and you can change it through all these different colors, and they all do something different for you. And yeah, it's fascinating. And then I got out and hopped in the shower real quick. It's free, like you turn the water on freezing cold, so you get that like shock feeling. And when I turned it on, all of a sudden I had my eyes closed, and that's just what I saw, man. I don't know really how else to explain that. Like
That?
I just
Or the alien?
no, the alien.
Alright.
Like I don't know how to really explain that, and it sounds pretty like
Out there, but
Well,
out there.
if I may, you did explain it rather
Yeah.
eloquently in your post, dude. I mean, you
I tried to
handled
do
it.
the best I could. Like
you
I was
fucking
like,
handled it, dude.
I think it's just like, to me, the reason I even like did this and like put it up on anything was like I'm just sick of it, dude. I'm sick of like people trying to be like there's nothing going on when you have so many people that are experiencing the same thing. Like the moment this happened to me, I wrote everything down that I could, like to describe what I'd seen, and then I started doing research. You know, you start looking around. What else is going on? Like, are other people like? Has anyone else seen this? And sure enough, you have tons of people who are like, yeah, man, I saw the same thing, describing it the same way, from like all over the world. So it's like, how the fuck is this going on? And no one's kind of talking about it. Like it's just swept under the rug. And I mean, that's not the only thing that's ever happened, but you've got a lot of phenomenon that goes on. People see things or they experience things, and it's like they're shut down. They can't express that because people
feels like
don't understand it.
like the construct of society is just like not like it's not a part of it. It's like
Yeah, like,
don't
we
even
don't want that
look
in
at
our-
it. Like
And like, tell me how you guys think about this. I have a theory that like 90%, and it's set up this way on purpose, but it's like in reality, in the physical reality of like time and space on planet Earth as human beings, like 90% of that is like we put that on ourselves because like no one really wants to stick out their neck. Kudos to you, and actually say something like, this is what I believe, this is how I feel, this is what happened to me, because there's like a self-doubt aspect because of society. It's just like there's these little boxes like, don't step out of this line, or your boss will get pissed, your girlfriend will get pissed, whatever, you know.
Yeah, man.
People limit themselves, and like that, I don't know, that's not really living life.
Yeah, and some people will think it's crazy. Like, I get, like, trust me, man, I get it. Like, some people look at that and they're like, well, he's gone off the deep end.
Yeah, he's fucking
and
fried,
like,
he's cooked.
No, like, I think that at some point maybe it'll all be figured out, it'll be explained to us, but I think for now it's like, maybe we're not ready for it. I don't fucking know. All I can say is I've had experiences.
By the way, this podcast is not supposed to be a fucking...
I know, right?
It's so crazy. I almost hit you up today because my friend does an aliens podcast, and I was just on it recently, and it was like, it was pretty heavy.
Dude, hit me up with him. I'll talk all day with that
you
guy.
got it, dude. You
like,
should.
I'm about it. I was just like realizing
yeah,
how this is
It
sounding.
was like, oh god.
Well, he was like, kind of similar to you, more on like an infrastructural, organizational level, like okay, yeah, what was it, June 25th or whatever it was, like the beginning of this, like the government or the world powers like slowly disclosing what knowledge they have of like activity, and he was just fed up. He was like,
so bullshit, but
he was like, what the fuck? Speak on it. What do you think? I mean,
it's nonsense.
I guess
dude.
we are doing this, John.
No, yeah. I don't know anything about it, so...
Again,
Dude,
people think my concepts are crazy, but I think it's just nonsense. I think the government would not... You're telling me, like, and nothing happened up until, like, what they're documenting they say they saw, which is in, like, early 2000s. But it's been documented throughout literally centuries that people have seen shit, and, like, where's all that documentation? Where's all that paperwork, or like that, everything you guys have seen with that? It's like all that's swept behind. We're just supposed to believe like now all of a sudden like this is just a phenomenon that's happening now. It's happened forever. So like that's one thing I don't like. I don't like how they're trying to constantly be like making it a negative thing, you know? Like to me, if extraterrestrial life is out there, which I believe it is, they'd fucking wipe us out in like 2 seconds if they wanted to, so why wouldn't they have done it before?
Right.
No, it's
That's
like,
how I feel.
I think the government just doesn't want us to see what's out there because it's a higher source, and then at that point we're no longer listening to what they're doing, we're wanting to know what else is out there that we're not knowing about.
Good thinking.
Yeah, we're no longer beholden to
And that just fucks up the whole status quo of them, and they're just like, we don't want that shit. We don't want people like not listening to us anymore, and we don't want to not have our power. So
watch this transition. You ready? John, were you a big Alien Workshop fan growing up?
loved it.
Dude, Rob Dyrdek. Oh my god. No, not really. I didn't know much of that. Dude, I was all like the mainstream shit. Like everything I knew was from like the Tony Hawk games.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, and BAM.
Okay.
So then like, and then later on in skating, like I figured out like what's fucking like the real deal.
What is the
Got
real
it.
deal?
I used to love Alien Workshop. I just like, that was the first video premiere I ever went to, was the what video was it?
Photosynthesis?
No, that one where it was like Ardo Sari and Jake Johnson.
Dylan Reeder?
Oh, Minefield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that?
It was at Red Alert skate park, like when it was still in Dover.
Damn.
Oh,
I
rad.
was in 9th grade, dude.
That's
when I saw it, I
sick.
was like, this is crazy.
Yeah, I caught on to Alien way later.
I'm jumping all over the map. It's what I do. But you mentioned Red Alert, and we were talking about Rye before. Is there skate park rivalry,
I don't think so.
or does everyone just skate everywhere?
It's kind of just like, yeah, go
If
wherever.
anything, there's like a little bit of joking skate shop rivalry.
Yeah, like that's really it.
But not real rivalry. I think
Yeah, I
like
can-
at the end of the day, everybody's together.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's funny, you had your different groups of kids. So like Rye had like all the people that would go to Rye, and then Red Alert was like, to me it was like it was hood, dude. Back in the day at like
it was.
Grove Street, 6 Grove, you had like, you'd show up there and like people were getting rowdy, man. It was just like Huck sessions, and I wasn't even like, I feel like I was struggling to do like 180s downstairs at that time.
The
and I'm
ground was like skating like a fucking old garage that had like been built in the fucking 90s and been like worked on with like oil all over it, like
It's
cracks
true.
and
But
like.
then they put like that skate light over the whole thing. Oh man, dude, you could just like, you were sliding around. But they had a sick double set and a sick handle.
I liked the double set.
Sick
That was
in
when
a
I was a
hubba.
big stair skater.
I like the crazy ass bowl that was like in the other room. That was like the portal bowl. That was
thing was
like
wild.
It was very
Yeah.
wild, dude.
Oh my god, I know.
But
That's
it's
something wild to think about, skate park evolutions and just like how crazy they just evolve. Like Rye at the end was pretty much, it was like pretty much like this scooter park.
Yeah.
But when it started out, oh
And
my
everybody got hated
God.
on it when, like, I felt like I got a lot of shit for like skating, like at Rye, skating for Rye at one point.
People thought Rye
Like
was
people
so
like
whack.
just fucking like.
I'm not wearing a helmet to skate.
Yeah, it's like
All
who
right,
cares?
dude.
Like I just love skating enough.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't-
look at what you get to skate if you put that on.
It's funny because I guess I came from a generation where, you know, when I was a really little kid first seeing skating, everyone was full pads.
Yeah, right.
That's what was cool,
Mm.
was fucking being in full pads and being 13 feet in the air. Like,
That's
you know,
what I looked up to.
like-
I looked up to Bucky Lessick and shit. Like,
So
that
I was
my
kind of
favorite
like,
skater.
like we were saying about breaking a board. I wanted to reach a milestone. I was like, I want to wear pads and a helmet. Like I want, you know what I mean? Like I want to grow up and skate shit that requires that shit too. And then
Yeah.
when I got to go to skate parks, I was like, cool, you know, we're doing
Yeah.
it.
When I was younger, I always wore a helmet. It was so street skating. And I remember one of the guys I skated with, Derek Lemoyne, was just like, yo, stop wearing it. And I was like, shit, man, I gotta stop wearing it. And I like faded away, but yeah, for the longest time, I'd like go to spots and wear a helmet.
Fucking Derek, dude. I would have taken the helmet right off then too. Dude was scary.
He's a goon, but he's the best.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Okay.
So just because Dave Bagonis is thing tonight, I have a funny story about him.
Okay.
Back in the day, I remember going to a contest at
Was he a Rye Rat? Dave Agonis a Rye Rat?
He'd go to like contests and
yeah,
murk
he'd
it. but-
fucking kill the contests.
And I remember I wanted to be like, he had this style, this swag style. It was so G, and like everything about his like moves were super. Like he'd do these like nollie front boards that were so sick, dude. It was just so fluent, and
Like he's just chilling.
yeah, and his arms were always down, and I was just like, that's so sick. But anyways, we skated this contest in Taunton down the double set, and Dave like ended up pretty much winning because he did so much sick shit down this rail that like they had to just give it to him because they were like, yeah, you did a cool trick, but this guy did like 6 of them.
Oh,
And
it was like a best trick
Yeah.
contest, but just the variety was too insane.
Too insane. He was
Yeah.
like doing everything. Like it looked so crazy.
It's on Vimeo.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's
Mark Levette, the dude that's running nowhere fast. It's his channel.
Oh,
He
no
like
way.
filmed. I don't know if he filmed all of that, but I remember watching that shit growing up when he like was a manager at Eastern Border.
Okay.
Wow,
Sick.
the parks and like all those contests or like any contest at Taunton was so crazy, dude.
Bro, remember Nicholson?
Oh my god.
Dude,
Mark
I remember
Nicholson.
the fucking he at Taunton, like where now they have like the bump, like Euro / like bump to rail,
Yeah.
and they used to have like a double, like a huge, what was it, an 8 or 10?
Like an 8 stair in there. with, like,
No, I
this-
think it was a 10 stair, and there's like a small clip on YouTube of like Nicholson hard flipping it, and it got me stoked on hard
Yeah.
flips.
Back when Mark Nicholson was like at his ride days, he was just, again, everyone was just in that 90s, like I'm about baggy pants, white tee, like.
When Ian Davis and all them
Yeah.
worked there, that was like the best like crew.
And then Mark Nicholson shows up, leaves for California for a while, and then just shows up out of nowhere to Wild in the Parks one year, kills it, wins like 2nd place, and then just like, all right, I'm heading out. I'm going back to California. I was like, okay, dude, that was sick. Showed
Yeah.
up for a quick minute, won a contest, and then head out.
It's a good way to do it.
Yeah, right.
All right. So skating Rye, and then you got hooked up with High Water, and you're like, yo, you got to check out my friends.
Yeah.
When we first got on it, it's kind of started with like this 4, 5, 6 thing. And it was like me, John, and Luca were the new kids on the team, so they made like a video around that.
Oh, cool.
And I'm pretty sure that like John just murked it, and then I didn't really get many clips. I just was like new, and I wasn't really like.
No, it was like, I think it was all equal. But like then, it was just like we just had like this section like at the end, like where it was like Luke introducing Luca, John, Cody.
Okay.
And then like that was like, I think we all had like the same amount of clips.
Yeah.
Did you guys go out and like hit the streets and whatnot?
Oh yeah, it was like when we
that's
first
how you
got
have
with
to
them.
do it.
Yeah.
It was like a
Well-
thing where we were like, oh my god.
Yeah, you know that.
I mean, I know there's I think like that's changing now.
But if you're skating transition, that's different.
It's hard to be a transition skater or whatever that means nowadays and film shit, right?
No,
Because there's so many.
it works in parks. That's okay. That's a go.
Right, you could go to like the
Because
sickest park. Like, look at all of like, I don't know what's his name.
But like just like for street skating, you don't go to a skate park to to film a street part and like do a trick on this ledge in a skate park.
Right.
You know
Well,
what I mean?
some people do. Like
But,
historically,
yeah, but nowadays like that's not right.
that's a rule nowadays. That's
yeah, like there's rules now, which sucks.
Yeah.
But okay, so there's rules, but there's not rules. But it's just like I think 9 times out of 10, there's a certain aesthetic behind the rules, which makes sense. You're like, I think as skateboarders, we all love aesthetics. We all have an eye and mind and like OCD relationship with aesthetical situations, like the way you do your grip tape, your trucks. Everything's like aesthetic in skateboarding, and so like there's certain things that it's just like we kind
naturally,
of
it kind of
like it's
naturally
offensive,
came to
but-
everybody. Yeah, like everybody understands like the unspoken rules of skating. Like,
well, like, and then you just have people that drive it home, like fucking like, I don't know, like. Pro skating is one thing, but as far as like people I know or knew growing up or whatever, it's just like I remember Taylor would always be like, "There's no fucking skate park clips in this video," you know, like just so adamant about like the lack of skate park footage, which is like, and then, you know, as a person who got into making shitty iPhone videos in my 30s, I fucking had a great appreciation for how hard it is to not film shit at skate parks.
exactly.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, obviously, I've
I think
always
there's
known
like
that.
there's a time for all of it. Like if you're just kind of like, I don't know, if you're filming like a video part with a team, you're not gonna be like
Yeah, it depends if you're being
dropping
like really
clips unless
serious
you're
or
a
not.
vert skater and you're like sending something crazy at some park bowl or something like that. But if you're just like filming, you're just like, I don't really give a shit. I don't care if there's park footage. It's just like, oh wow, like that was pretty sick. I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
I would drop that in there too. Like just like an edit drop, like just a bunch of random clips.
I usually just put my park footage on Instagram and then leave the street footage for like the videos.
Yeah.
Right now I'm not getting much street footage.
Or Ian Davis, like I go out with Ian, we'll go to like Red Alert or something, we'll make like a Red Alert edit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
But that's,
yeah, but like I'm saying, if I was filming this, like a part, like a video part, you know,
yeah, you're not gonna-
I wouldn't want
Sure.
to put a street type clip that's filmed at a skate park.
Yeah,
in it,
no,
you know what I mean?
When you brought that up and you were talking about you fucking put your park shit out, I was like, well, what about Cole? He's been dropping the craziest shit on Instagram lately, different street spots.
dude, that kid
And
was
you go
always
out,
incredible.
he's good at everything he does. You could fucking hand him a football, he could fucking, like, dude, I swear to God, I've, like, never seen him be bad at anything. It's, like, the strangest thing. He's got, like, gifted child syndrome or some shit.
I like,
But anyways,
would
it's-
just watch him do like just skate, and I'm like sitting there just watching because it's so like
Chilling. He
Yeah,
always, like,
what?
has, like, what the fuck does he do with his hands, dude? It's, like, he always, like, has his hands, like, just straight fingered. Like, they never do anything crazy. It's always just, like, he's got it fucking locked down.
That's how he casts his spells.
he's just
But,
spelling out every time.
But anyways,
I think
Maybe.
Cole knows all these fake rules that we're talking about, and he wouldn't put that shit out now if he wasn't sitting on stuff that was hit. You know what I mean?
Drop some
What do you
shit, and I'm
mean?
like,
Like-
he wouldn't be dropping all this like bangers if he didn't have even. Bigger
that's
That's what
why
I'm
I'm
saying.
saying if
Yeah.
it's not like
I'm saying he's back to what we're talking about. These rules and shit. Like he knows what's up.
No,
dude.
he's-
not
no,
gonna
he's
waste all
solid.
his
No.
footage on Instagram.
he knows,
you know what I mean?
like I'm
The
because
thing
he's
is-
been going out since I don't have a car anymore. Like I haven't been on the sessions with him, but I know that he's been filming almost every fucking day he can, and he tends to be like the kind of person to get at least a clip a day.
I watch some kids do tricks where I'm just like holding tricks or like doing manuals, like that moment where you're like, their balance is insane, dude. Like I remember going to, when I was out in Florida, I went to skate park at Tampa, and they've got like that kinker kind of. It's like, I don't know if you've seen it, but it's like it's like a short down and then a long flat and then a down. And I remember like just being like, yeah, back 50 that thing, I feel good. And then all of a sudden I'm like, you're in Instagram in Florida, so it's like whipping you kids that are like skating around there. I see some kid and he just front feebling down across the whole flat and then just like front blunting the next down. But he's like sitting on it, dude, and it's like so casual for him. And I'm like, that's some next level balance. Don't understand that. It's insane.
What do you mean by that? Their floor, like Instagram's whipping you. Like, are you talking about like the Explore page or something?
Yeah,
Okay,
and like when you're there,
okay.
it's just like, oh, it's like your locations in Florida will give you things that other people are posting about in Florida. So
And
it
like
just
you
starts,
ever get the sponsored post where it's like for some reason it's just some random kid, but it says sponsored. Like
I see sponsored shit that I would like anyways, and I'm like that's weird. It's like it's something I'm actually hyped on, and it's like sponsored. I'm like they're fucking they're
Instagram's
right
so
here.
yeah,
fucking
everybody's always
weird.
saying they
It's
listen
weird.
to you and shit.
Yeah.
Someone told me
I
the other
don't
day that
fucking know.
Instagram's
I
officially
don't really
no
care
longer like
either.
a picture video posting thing. It's like a marketing something bullshit. I don't know, dude. It's like, I don't know. I still post just videos. And
Well, I mean, not to again, like this is similar to the aliens talk, but not to turn a harsh corner. But I am the host of this show, so fuck it. Let me ask you: have you ever heard of RIFDs?
Mm-mm.
They're little. I truthfully don't recall the acronym of what it is, but what they are is they're these little microfibers that are in all consumer products that are basically trackable by GPS. So all your shirt, your phone, your fucking lanyard, whatever, it's like it's all made of material that's like it can be registered by a UPC. And RAFDs are what is read by they're like it's the data within the UPC codes.
so much shit, dude. People can track
Yeah, right.
my phone. I mean, my iPhone is just like, that thing's tracking you at all times.
Yeah.
I just like don't care. Like
I know,
got
I don't
no
really give a
reason for
shit.
that. I got no reason to really care.
It
I
got
care
a
to
po-
an extent. I turn my shit to basically 3G.
There he is.
Hey, there he is. You watch that, what's it called thing?
Motherfucker, dude.
The, social disorder or whatever it was. It was like some
A
Netflix
Netflix
documentary.
deal, yeah.
Dude, that made me literally want to just smash my iPhone on spot. I was like, this is so fucked. And then like 3 days later, I find myself still on Instagram, and I'm like, it is an addiction. This is fucking crazy, dude.
It's a crazy addiction, dude.
It's
You
like-
guys didn't know that?
Oh, it's big.
What
time
up, dude?
What up, bro?
Hey, we were just talking about you.
Yeah.
Dude, you got so much stuff in here.
Thanks, man.
You want to jump? You want
You
to
wanna jump
join
in?
us?
Jump in here?
Yeah.
Looks pretty cozy in there.
You can get up in his bed if you want.
No, I'm pretty cozy out here, man. I appreciate it.
You want a chair and you can sit down right there and listen to this conversation. Or you can sit in my front seat.
Yeah, dude, just let it out.
Whatever you want to do, man.
Oh, you guys doing a Mongo?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Oh! And transfers on that sketchy bank, right?
Fun little skate session there for a moment.
Oh man,
Yeah.
Well, I guess winding shit down.
Yep.
What do you want to say to yourself, myself, and the universe? It's a light, breezy question.
Yeah, what you got, Johnny?
I don't know, man. Just do what makes you happy. Try to stay happy. Honestly, skateboarding's just doing that for me.
Word up. Of course. I mean, it's true. It makes you happy. Like, I know
Just
me.
do whatever makes you happy. Don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks.
Yep.
Who cares? If you want to ride the damn scooter, ride the damn scooter.
Just
You know what I mean?
You. And don't try to be someone that you're not.
Exactly. Sorry, I'm looking at trains to get home tonight.
No worries. Cody, you got a closing sentiment for the viewers?
Yeah, keep checking out Mongochatter. It's the best. It's cool. It's just people from around here having fun. It's like the best thing about it. I like that. I mean, I think it's cool when you get to like read all these like, or watch all these skate interviews with like pros and shit, and it's cool. It's fun to listen to. But then when you get to like listen to people
Like
that,
locals.
that you're just like skating with all the time,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
so interesting to see like what they have to say, and it's cool. You get to hear everyone's story. I like that a lot.
I just see it as like a scene that's like, it's like a cohesive scene, and like there's like a, you know, everyone has their life story or whatever. Everyone's their own individual, but the scene has like a little narrative to it. Like there's people that are doing cool shit that I think is like noteworthy, and it's like, yeah, there's might be the similar scene in St. Louis or Florida or whatever, but it's like, for us, it's like, okay, this is cool. Like, this guy's got a van, this guy's got a clothing company, this guy fucking plays in a band, like, whatever it may be. I think there's lots of interesting people that are involved in skateboarding, and I
brings
I like
so many
highlighting
different people together. It's great.
Yeah.
That's the best part of it all. Like, it hits a point where it's like it doesn't matter about like anything else. Just like if you're a good person and you're skating, everyone gets along.
You don't even have to like be a skater. Just,
Yeah,
like,
right.
be
If you're just a good person, everything will work out.
Like, I don't know. I feel like I don't know if it's been like since COVID or if it's always been like this, but I feel like everybody's like really like
Tense.
tight knit in the community now of skating.
Mm.
Oh,
Even like the little outskirts of it, like how Flatbread does like a bunch of stuff. Like we got like places like supporting just the movement of it all,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is like totally new, like to me in my life.
yeah, yeah. I think flatbreads, I mean, they've always been like,
shout out Liam Zaneski.
pretty
Carry.
sick, like as far as holding it down. And like to me,
Mic ideas.
it's funny you mentioned them because that's like that like mic and flatbread and all that and Patty. It's like an integral. I know a lot of the cats from Amesbury Skate Park, and I know that's like a huge integral part to that scene. But then it's like you said, it's like there's also like you and Cody know each other from Rye, but like you also skate for Nowhere Fast, and there's like these Nowhere Fast dudes, but then some of them skate for High Water. You guys both skate for High Water, and so it goes. It's just like a big, it's a web.
Yeah. Webbing out from
It's a family tree, you know.
Yeah.
It's
seriously
crazy.
Beautiful thing, dude. It's a beautiful thing.
Like you just go around, you like see people that you know, you couldn't see them for like years, but you're like, oh dude, hey, random just running into you here.
Yeah.
It's always fun. I like that a lot. I think that's the coolest part of it all. Like just seeing people at a skate park, if you just show up, you have no idea who's gonna be there, but usually someone that you know will show up and you're like, oh cool, alright. Or you meet someone new. You're just like end up talking to all the people you don't know at the park and you just meet somebody cool.
Like fucking just the Clyde Singleton. Random as fuck.
Yeah.
Comes up and like all of a sudden we're all just like homies.
Yeah.
Like the most random shit ever.
Yeah.
Like just because of skateboarding.
Yeah. It's just like people coming together.
It's like, yeah.
And it's like, I just want to say too, like it's not, and it's something I wrestle with because there's a lot of people in my life that don't skate. It's not an exclusive thing. Like you guys said, just being a good person. It's not like it's exclusive. It's only about skating. But it's like for us, for me, this is just how I relate to the human experience is like through skateboarding. Like that's what's showing me friendship, community, highs, lows, you know, like perseverance, pain, suffering. Like skateboarding is showing me so much about the human experience. But it's like, I say it all the time, if someone was into bird watching or stamp collecting and they find their community in that, I'm sure that could work just as well. But I think we know, like if you skate, you're like, no, but skating's different. It's like there's something to it. That's
to me, the craziest part about skating, and I heard someone like talking about this at one point, and it's just like the way everything changes that you look at. Like I walk everywhere, like we'll be going around places like my fiance, and I'm like, that's a skate spot. And she's like, what? And I'm like, that right there. And then eventually she got to the point where she's like, look at that rail right there.
There we go.
You got a scout. You got a scout working with you now.
I'm like driving. We were on like going on vacation. I'm just like taking pictures of spots. I'm not even like. I'm probably not even gonna go back to it. I'm just like, that's sick. I just want to like photo that's actually out there somewhere. Like,
hell yeah,
it's funny. But yeah, everything. I'm sure it's the same with like snowboarders too. You start looking at shit, and you're like, oh my god, I could skate that or snowboard on that. It's wild. And no one else really sees the world in that view unless you're that group of people.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's funny. It's like that's such a rudimentary part of skating is like the skater's eye, but it's like it really does. It changes your mindset. It changes the way that you look at the world. It's like you know.
Absolutely.
So
I think the best thing is just like be kind to everybody. That's my last thing.
Yeah.
Just be kind. Even if someone's an asshole and they're like, dude, yeah, it sucks, but just let it go. Whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Life is too short to hold grudges. That's for sure.
yeah, and just understand, like, I don't know, they're an asshole not for no reason. It's like something they're going through, something or something happened to them, or they're dealing with something that they haven't. And it's like, I don't want to say it in a certain way because I don't want to indicate that I think that I'm fucking like evolved because I fucking struggle with highs and lows and fucking all that stuff. But yeah, man, but it's just like the people that are assholes, it's like they're probably really wounded fucking souls, you know what I mean?
And people don't think about that. It's just immediately like, yo, fuck you. And then it turns into this thing where everyone's just like back and forth, and we don't need that. It's like, okay, I'm not going to waste my time like trying to
just end it there.
Yeah, I'm not trying to, I don't know. Even like, I always think like when I'm getting kicked out of a spot, if someone's like, yo, get out of here. I don't even want to put up the argument to be like, no, dude, let me like keep going. And then it's like, sometimes if I see the guy is cool, yeah, sure, I'll like, can I get one more try? But if I see the dude's an asshole, I'm just like,
I'm like, alright, don't worry about it, dude.
I don't even have anything to say. And like sometimes you have kids that like just start yelling back at security guard. It's like,
well, I mean, we definitely did that when we were kids.
I know, but like
now it's like it's so whack.
Now look at it, it's just like that's stupid. There's no need for that. That guy's literally just doing his job. He's an asshole, but whatever. I could have just I'll just leave. Whatever.
Yeah,
I'll
just
come
leave
back
and
some other time.
exactly.
It does suck if you're on like a tour or something. I can only imagine that. Like a pro skater on tour getting kicked out of like the sickest spot. Obviously they're gonna get pissed. But
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, as rad as skateboarding is, like, you gotta be like, dude, I'm a fucking grown man getting upset about this dude who's like, he probably has to like go home and like his, you know, like whatever that person's life is like, the person that's working, they get up, they take the train, they put on their fucking thing and they go and they have to fucking yell at teenagers to fucking get off their little cube. It's like,
Yeah.
imagine that. That would
No,
suck,
for
you
real.
know? But, well, thank you guys so much for doing this.
thank you.
Thank
I really
man.
appreciate
This
it.
is awesome.
Yeah.
And
Really,
Cody, thanks for having us.
really nice talk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
it was fun.
Fuck
For
yeah.
sure.
Glad we got to skate and shit too.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
fun.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
If my words did glow with the gold of sunshine, and my tunes were played on the harp unstrung, would you hear my voice come through the